They can't pass this through budget reconciliation, so they would have to get rid of the filibuster. And look, I don't put it past them to not get rid of the filibuster, because you look, when Nancy Pelosi got the gavel for the first time 2.5, 3 years ago, H.R.1 was this bill. It was the same exact bill, a blatant, naked power grab to ensure that Democrats win elections for the next 100 years. Then she tried to shove it in COVID relief, that bipartisan COVID relief. She tried to put it there. Now here it is again, H.R.1, S1, Senate priority number 1. Why is it so important to Democrats? Because you automatically enroll illegal immigrants. If you're giving voter registration to anyone in a government database, you're getting rid of ballot harvesting, which is in allowing it, I should say, in 33 states. You're getting rid of voter ID, which 73% of Black Americans support. And in fact, we've seen as voter ID has gone into place, we've actually increased turnout for Black and Hispanic voters. So it's a sham. It's a blatant power grab, and it's divisive.
That's Kayleigh McEnany there, slamming the Democrats' naked power grab as the party pushes to pass the H.R.1 voting bill. The H.R.1 is the For the People's Act and is a bill that Democrats in Congress are trying to vote in that would change voting rights in the United States. It addresses voter access, federal elections and how they're operated, campaigns and more. The bill would see a few changes in the way the United States votes, including automatic voter registration, voters being able to participate in early voting 15 days before the election, mail-in voting and drop boxes being standardised. It would also see people who have been in jail before allowed to vote again. The Democrats are all for this bill because they think it will make voting easier and will also get people to actually vote. However, the Republicans believe it's a sure way for Democrats to ensure that they will stay in power. But Kayleigh isn't the only one who is angry about this. Texas Senator Ted Cruz says it's another objective to rig the system and stay in power forever.
Well, Bill, I think this is the single most dangerous piece of legislation before the United States Congress. You know, if you look at this radical Democratic majority, they have really two sets of priorities. One is bad policy, things like very high taxes, very high regulations, open borders. They're pushing that on every front. But the second and their broader objective is to rig the system. And they have a whole bunch of dramatic reforms designed to stay in power forever. Things like adding the District of Columbia as a state so they get 2 more Democratic senators. Things like packing the U.S. Supreme Court to add 4 left-wing justices, and things like this bill. It's S1. It's the number 1 bill Chuck Schumer has as a priority in the Senate. Many of us are calling it the Corrupt Politicians Act because what it does is it federalizes elections and it strikes down virtually every voter integrity law that has been adopted at the state level.